Hey everybody, I wanted to take a moment to discuss saddles with you, and in particular the saddle width. Saddle width is a measurement of the widest part of the saddle, and it has become a common industry standard on how to find the proper saddle for you. Where we found a lot of people voice their frustration is, I've taken my saddle width measurement, I found the right width, but the saddle width that I have that's in that range isn't working for me. And what we found over years is the reason that isn't working for a lot of people isn't because of the width of the saddle, but it's because of the fact that the saddle is a three-dimensional object. So we're taking one dimension into consideration here as we're measuring that saddle width. The factors that we're not taking into consideration is the profile of the saddle. So is it a flat saddle like this Pro saddle, or is it more of a curved or hammock-shaped saddle like this WTB saddle is? And where that plays in is how your pelvis contacts the saddle. So that's one of the areas that it impacts it. The other one that we see more often has a larger impact is the actual shaping of the saddle from a curvature standpoint. So this Pro saddle is actually a fairly flat saddle when you look at the curvature of it. But when you come over to this Physique, this Antares saddle, it's got quite a curved shape to it. And what that curved shape does is it changes the way your pelvis interacts with the saddle. So one of the things we have to take into consideration is the pelvis itself. And we're looking at this human pelvis here. On the bottom, we've got ischial tuberosities, which is that saddle width measurement that we're taking. So how wide are these sit bones? But what we're not factoring in is everything that is below that. So you've got your glute muscles, you've got all of your perineal and soft tissue that are down there that we often discuss during fitting. And with that all being said, we're looking at how the saddle is going to interact with the entire system, not just these two bony protrusions that should be supporting the majority of the weight. So this curved saddle is going to sit higher up in the pubic arch, so up into this area, whereas this Pro saddle is going to perch you more on top of your ischial tuberosities. And dependent upon the rider, that can change the overall comfort of the saddle. Some fit better to a more rounded saddle, others fit better to a flatter saddle. So if you're really struggling to find a saddle that works best for you, don't look first to cutouts or channels, especially large cutouts or channels. Check the profile of your saddle. And if you're on a curved or a flat saddle, try another style of saddle that might fit you and your anatomy better than the one that you're currently on. Hope this helps you guys out, and happy riding.